okay, I'm leaving. I'm never coming back.
Okay.
Man.
Good deal.
Anthony's gonna go get a pack of cigarettes and never come back.
He told me he was getting a gallon of milk.
He got a gallon of milk.
Want for having some conversation with Steven and Twan. Questioning the whole universe and history of man. Saturday on Sunday, we're gonna make it through. Speak up, yeah. It's a Saturday on Sunday.
Nope.
Welcome back to Saturday on Sunday, the podcast with a SPF 30 rating. I am Twan.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Jake.
That's why we're all pale.
I don't use sunscreen.
I
Me
just don't
neither.
go out.
Right.
Me neither. I don't use sunscreen. I don't remember the last time I applied sunscreen to my body.
Yeah.
Usually I just do the method where you burn
Right.
really bad and then you're good
Then
forever.
you shake off that flaky layer and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
Right.
I mean, the adverse effects in my future are probably not going to be great, but
Right. I mean, I feel like my left hand is already more wrinkled and dark than my right
I don't
hand.
understand.
driving?
Like
Driving.
the you know, the older gentleman that I'm talking about that look like a leather couch.
Right.
I don't understand that. Like, what are you doing? How does that work?
Oh, yeah. I just don't understand the people that get so tan that, like, they're, I don't know, 20 shades darker than they should be.
I like doing the thing where, like, I love you're wearing sunglasses and you're wearing your hat backwards, just being an all-around badass dude on the outside in the summer. And then when you get home, you take all that stuff off, and there's the imprint of everything that you had on. That's pretty cool.
See, that's how I try not to wear hats when it's sunny outside like that.
No, I can't help it. I never take my hat off.
Yeah.
I usually don't either, but I'm surprisingly not wearing my
Every
hat
once
now.
in a while, like it's a real shocker, I believe, to the viewers when they randomly see the top of either mine or Jake's head. They're like,
Right.
oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time
That
I
motherfucker's
show off
bald.
the top of my head because I have something to show off, but, like, you know, I haven't dyed my hair or did anything like that in a while.
I did dye my hair again, and I still don't take the hat off. It'll blow their minds if, like, both of us don't have a hat on at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Right. I mean, you know,
The
every
apocalypse
once in a
is
while
coming.
I'll wear a hat, and it's, you know, a little warm out today, and I'm wearing a wool hat because, you know, why the
Yeah,
fuck not?
that makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Tote.
I mean,
Totally.
you know, I like this hat. It makes me look, you know,
Dapper.
Like you're wearing one of those hats.
it matches. It goes really well with my mustache. You know,
That's how I base my hats, too.
I'm 62
How does
years
this
old,
look with my
goddammit.
mustache?
I mean,
Right.
with our mustaches, trucker hat, yeah, that's the way to go.
Right.
Yeah, we have normal trucker mustaches.
Right.
I got an unkempt old man mustache.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned earlier about your nose ring, I keep looking over and it's ginormous.
I mean, the light on it, just like
Like I
gleaming
feel like I can
doesn't
throw
help.
something in between the gap between the inside of the ring and the inside of your nose. Like
Yeah.
it does. It overpowers the actual septum piercing
Right.
because it's like bigger than that ring is.
Yeah.
But it happens. What size is that? 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's a like 20 gauge.
Oh yeah.
It's real small.
I went big. You know.
Well, I originally was a 16, and then I took the nose ring out, and it closed up, and then I had a 20 gauge nose ring, and I shoved it back through,
Yeah.
which hurt like a bitch, but I got it in.
Right.
So I haven't pushed it up since then.
Yeah, like I bought this and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to measure the distance between the hole and the bottom of my nose and just get it a little bit bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
That's not how that works.
right.
Nope.
It was
Dang
much,
it.
It was much bigger.
It's so much bigger than I expected. That's what she said.
I'm just gonna rock it because.
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
Right. I'll just get a smaller.
Get one of those cool chains that go from your nose ring to your ear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
buddy.
I want to get.
And then from your ear to your
hole
nipple.
ripped somewhere. I mean, I was thinking about getting my nipples re-pierced and then getting a chain to a belly button ring, maybe.
And then from there to your wiener.
Right.
That makes sense.
That's safe.
I don't see anything that can go wrong.
I mean,
you
not
may
one
never
thing.
want to wear pants again.
I don't care what piercing you get. It doesn't matter where you get it on your body at all. Your piercing will get caught on something.
Right.
Doesn't matter where it's at.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, that's how I lost my earrings. And
Take
why I
it.
don't.
Knows
Yeah,
all about
yours
it.
legitly doesn't make any sense to me. How did you catch an earring on a car door?
I don't know.
How close were you to that car door?
Obviously, pretty fucking close.
Like, how do you get into a car?
Right.
Head first.
Well, I always rub my head
Right
along
on
the
the
window
corner.
line.
I want to make sure where the door is, so I
Yeah.
measure it with my ear.
I do it real quick, real slick. Like,
Uh.
I got real. Open the door, get in real quick.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do it. I
mean-
still want to split my tongue.
Yeah.
Still want to do it.
I don't have any desire to do anything like that.
Yeah,
Like-
but like I heard it's good for some aspects of life.
Yeah.
So, and I just personally I thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
Like, and being able to control both sides of your tongue like differently. Like, I think that's so dope.
That's just too much.
Does anybody know where I can get that done?
I don't think it's.
I got kitchen shears. Let's go.
Yeah, well, I heard there's ways of doing it yourself, but those kind of like weird me out.
Yeah.
And I heard one of the ways of doing it yourself is to like wrap fishing wire like around your tongue
and
and then
like
through
slowly-
and then through and letting it sit, and eventually your tongue will just start to split naturally, and you just keep tightening that up. But that just seems like a lot. But then I've watched some of the splitting techniques, and like they'll just scalpel you right down the middle of your tongue and then tape that together and say that'll heal.
Oh yeah.
Like they bandage in between each section of tongue and then tell you to
Right.
go wait till it heals up.
Like, from what I've heard from people that have had their tongue split, like it's gross. Like
Yeah.
you have a taste of like metal and blood in your mouth, like until it's healed.
Yeah, I would assume.
And like in a lot of cases, you have to get it redone because it wants to grow back together. Like, luckily, like your tongue heals relatively fast in comparison to other parts of your body, but it's just like going through that and then having to get it redone later.
I don't think
seems
mine
like
would do that
crazy.
though. I think mine would be fine first, one and done.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be
And
together.
the reason why I think that is like, I had my tongue pierced, and it was pierced for a short period of time.
Yeah.
A few years.
Right.
And then I took it out. I don't know, fucking long time ago, 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and I can still put a tongue ring in it like it was
Yeah.
nothing. Now my wife, on the other hand, had her tongue ring for a long time.
Right.
Took it out a couple years ago, and she can't put anything.
Oh,
in it.
yeah.
It's closed up. She can get it through like the first. I can pop one right in right now, and it's
Oh, right.
Good to
Like
go.
I had a 6-gauge hole in my tongue, and I tried to get a tongue ring back in it, and it won't go.
yeah, easy peasy right now. If we had
Right.
something, I'd put it right through my tongue. And it's easy peasy.
Yeah.
I don't know
mean,
why, but
I don't-
none of my piercings ever closed up except for my nostril.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I could still put a lip ring in. My septum I took out for years, and I put a ring back in.
Septum piercings, I don't think they are what they are.
Right.
They don't want to close up.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoy mine. I get a lot of looks and people going, "Does that hurt?" And I'm like I said, my experience with getting it done, I felt no pain at all, not even a
okay.
little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the septum wasn't too bad. Like, it's the whole eye-watering kind of thing.
And I think
Pain
that's what
joint.
tricks you into thinking it hurts so bad because you can't help it but to cry when it
Yeah.
happens.
It's just because it's messing with your sinus cavity.
No, it's because it's messing with your emotions. It's really
Right.
sad.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
that too.
like, I mean, I feel like anybody that has a septum ring is in the sad person club.
Yeah, buddy.
So
anybody who has a septum piercing that says they're happy, you're fucking lying.
Right. You're
That's
not
why
happy.
we did this.
You got a septum ring.
I'm just kidding. You might be happy, and if you are, tell us the fucking secrets.
Right. And if you're, in your 30s and you get your nostril pierced, I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up?
You
Yeah, it's just one of those things you go through. You start like, it's
Like-
weird now that we're in our 30s and developing more facial piercings. I wouldn't even say more, just
Right.
because like at one point I had all 3 of my lip
Yeah.
piercings done. Like I wouldn't say more, but like now I'm just like, I had my like lips, snake bites, all that stupid shit.
Yeah.
And then I got older, matured a little bit, took all that stuff out, got a little bit older, dematured, put stuff back in my face.
Right, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Like, right, like I took out
God damn it, TikTok.
I took out my large earrings and then like let them shrink up a little bit, and then I'm like later I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go back bigger again. I'm not gonna go any bigger than this. But it's just like,
that's what I say every time I go up a step.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna go any bigger than this.
Like at this point, I don't think it's safe to go any bigger than I am now.
Yeah. No more meat left.
Right, like I'm just afraid like of splitting. Like even wearing these heavier earrings, it's just like,
It looks like you got some top split going on right now.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just like how it looks all the time.
Yeah.
But like there's that triangle cut at the top of your ear there.
Yeah.
Kind of weird me out.
Oh, right there.
It looks like it's just gonna yeet.
Right. It'll rip my whole ear in half, I think.
That'd be pretty cool, huh?
Right.
You look like Voldemort with a nose.
I knew a guy that had like the 1.5 or 2 inch tunnels in his ears, like they were huge, and got frostbite on his earlobes. And
Oh,
I'm
nice.
I'm afraid of that. Since I heard that happened, I'm like,
Yeah, you got to keep them ears warm because there's nothing going to them
right.
anymore. That would
Gotta have them ear muffs.
kill that circulation.
So in wintertime, I don't even wear earrings because the earrings all get cold.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. If I get frostbite, my ears fall off. Whatever.
Right. Not a good look.
Who needs them?
I mean, no offense to anybody that has ripped their earlobes and had to get them reconnected.
You know what?
You didn't get frostbite though, so that's good.
No, I just got cardoored.
Right. You got a nice little Frankenstein.
I feel like
scar in your
frostbite
ear.
would be fucking terrible.
That would
Right.
suck.
Oh yeah.
Like, because I've heard that it feels like it's just burning the whole
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Like it feels like your flesh is on fire when
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not. And that'd just be terrible.
Right, and if it's extreme frostbite and you have to get like toes and fingers cut off and all
Yeah.
that shit, and people they're having to get their nose cut off.
Then you get the phantom
There was this
pain.
guy that we knew, and he had been drinking all night at this party, and he left, and he was like, I'm only a couple blocks away. I'm going to walk home.
Yeah.
And it was the middle of winter, and he walked home. And, I'm assuming he stumbled and fell around and was drunk as fuck trying to go home. Well, when he got home, he, ended up going to his front porch, and he had, a little bench sitting there. And he passed out.
Yeah.
And fell asleep on that bench, drunk.
Right.
And when he woke up the next day, I'm assuming his wife came out and saw him out there, and she woke him up, and his fingers were all purple, his feet were all purple. It was and they just brought him in, put him on the couch, and it wasn't until later that day everything was turning black, and they were oh shit, there's a problem. Right. And he ended up having to get almost one whole hand removed, one hand completely removed, his feet they was so bad. Because he passed out drunk and fell asleep in the snow. A normal, everyday working guy. Fucked up.
Right. And it's just I'm sure being drunk and having his blood and everything thinned out definitely didn't help in that situation.
No. And I'm like, that sucks. I never want to be in that position.
Right.
So make sure if your friend's leaving in the middle of winter time and he's drunk as fuck, make sure he gets home.
Oh yeah.
Inside.
And what
home.
sucks is the people who it's in no way, shape, or form the people that were at the party's fault.
Right.
But in their sense, they were probably like, well, at least he's not driving, and like off he went.
Right.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
you know, there's other dangers to
Right.
leaving a place drunk, and that sucks.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we've had friends that have left places and like ended up passing out in their car when it's freezing outside. I remember one year, like me and a few people got like a hotel room, and we had a few people coming in, and like one of our buddies like got way drunk, and he lived just like 2 blocks up the road, and he's like, you know, we wouldn't give him his car keys because we didn't want him to drive or anything like that. So instead of waiting there, he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to walk home then. But he only made it to his car. So he went into his car, he sat down in there and passed out.
Right.
And then, like, in the morning when everybody that was in the room that were still there were waking up, like, he comes strolling in, like, we're like, where the hell, like, did you walk back here? Like, you know, whatever.
He was like, I never
He's like,
left.
oh man, I fell asleep in my car. I'm like, oh, well, shit, dude. Like, well, that was stupid.
Good thing you're still alive.
Right. And it's not like it was in the good neighborhood or anything either. It was a pretty shady hotel room.
I've never been to a party in a hotel room.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
I
been
mean-
Stupid
to one.
fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
until
as
the cops showed up.
As long as it's not your credit card on file, I'm pretty sure it could be pretty fun.
Yeah, it was
Right.
totally mine.
When your
Yeah,
credit
there was
card's on
totally underage drinking going on.
file, yeah, when it's your card on file though, you're like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
But
This
if
is-
it's not
this
yours,
is dumb.
whatever you want to do.
Like we had a bathtub that was full of ice and different types of alcohol.
I thought you were gonna say people and
We had
missing
cut up-
kidneys.
We had cut up people in the bathtub on ice. No, it's like we were, I guess, being loud and rowdy. And the cops
No way.
showed up. The cops
That
showed
never
up.
happens when you're drinking.
And, like, I wasn't being loud and rowdy because, you know, I was above
You're-
21 and I was above drinking, really.
He was above everyone at that party.
I was like,
Fucking entitled
all
asshole.
of these, like, 19 and 20-year-olds.
You're like, I am the king of you.
You guys can go eat a dick. I'm the man.
I was just trying to sleep.
Right. Like, luckily the cops were cool. They're like, we're not going to ruin your guys' New Year's, you know. Just keep it
Shut the
down."
fuck up.
Right. And it's like, then 2 of the people that were there started arguing with each other. I'm like, the cops fucking
They
just
literally
left.
just left.
Like,
Like,
you guys can fucking dip. Like, I don't fucking care.
and they're like, yeah, I missed that continental breakfast. Fuck you.
Right.
Uh,
Oh, man.
when you reserve a room for 2 people and 30 people come down for a continental breakfast.
Right.
Um,
Right. We want all of your bagels.
some of those breakfasts are good as fuck, though.
Yeah, there.
I like
it.
it.
Wasn't the place.
No. Yeah, well, if it's in a neighborhood like that, I would assume. But
Right. It's like
some
we
of those
got
places,
hot
it's
water
phenomenal.
and instant coffee.
Oh,
and
perfect.
We got these donuts that are questionable, and
What- are
bagels
these
that are even more questionable.
These are hamburger buns with a hole cut in the middle
Right.
and some sugar sprinkled on top.
Oh yeah.
That's all you need.
I mean,
Sober you right up.
are you saying you don't enjoy burger donuts
well, there's no meat.
with
in those.
sprinkles?
That'd be gross. No, I probably not. It's just fucking bread and sugar.
I mean, there was a thing, I don't know what restaurant or where it was, but they had like a breakfast sandwich or a cheeseburger or something like that that had 2 glazed donuts.
That's the Luther.
That's America.
That's,
That's just like the blatant story. Let's see what we can use as bread except for bread.
like, certain things
It's
are
a
like,
dough.
I don't know that I would want that. Like, certain things I feel like, yeah, that'll probably not be the worst thing I've ever eaten. But it's not
something
like-
like I'll take a bite. I don't want the
Right,
whole
like,
thing.
That's just like a waste of money. You're like, okay, cool. I could have got a regular cheeseburger that tasted good. Back to cheeseburgers. Hey guys, do you guys like cheeseburgers?
Dude,
I love
He
cheeseburgers.
loves them. Like, so just leave in the comments below where you think the best cheeseburger is, so
Right.
that he can get some.
Right, I need the best cheeseburger, guys. Definitely leave it. comments.
Dude, once you mention it at all, Steven's like, well, let me tell you a fucking thing.
But like, I don't know.
That's
like
it.
certain things just don't go together. Like there was a big thing going around like yellow mustard on watermelon.
I saw that.
So I tried it. I tried it like a couple days ago, thinking, okay, this could be horrible or it could be, you know,
A
a
game
revelation.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't necessary.
Like, you don't need both on hand at all times.
I think what it's saying essentially is, you know, you go to a barbecue or you go out and there's, you know, you get your plate.
Right.
It's just stating that if the mustard does touch your watermelon,
It's not
you
gonna
don't,
be
have
worse.
to, you don't have to get rid of it.
It'll be okay.
You can eat that. I think
Right.
that's where that whole thing came from.
Oh yeah, like it's just like
But I'm a plate touching kind of, like, I don't care if my food touches the other food. I'm not one of those weirdos who sections everything off.
like yeah. Sometimes I like my pasta salad mixed in a little with the.
But I
baked
also
beans.
don't understand the people who say this line, and everybody's heard it before. It all goes to the same place,
I mean, you know, it does.
and it does.
It does.
Absolutely. But you can't taste it when it's in that place. You can taste it when it goes to this place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to tell me that
Technically-
like, you can mix all this together
Yeah.
because it goes to the same place anyways, yeah, it might taste like shit though. Like,
Well,
Right.
I mean, they're still technically right. They all have to go there first.
Yeah.
yeah, but they
That's
don't
the
have to.
same
They don't have
place.
to mix there though. Like they don't have to go
Yeah.
like. You know, everything goes to the same place doesn't mean that I would eat my SpaghettiOs and my fucking ice cream sandwiches together, you know?
Right. But have you tried it
I
though?
don't
It
know.
might be delicious.
Now that I
New
said it.
trend.
I mean,
Alright, internet.
I just want to put it out there that if you haven't tried mustard on watermelon, you're not really missing anything.
What's the rating on it out of 10?
I mean, I'd give it a 6. I mean,
6. That's a high number.
That's pretty high.
I guess I'm thinking
That's
of,
above
like,
average,
I mean,
technically.
okay, maybe more like
You're going solid numbers. You know, you're not going to give it a
Like-
decimal
like
point.
a-
Like you're just.
I mean maybe a 3.4 then. If you guys are
3.4.
thinking like you know,
That was a drastic drop.
I mean I was thinking more of like in the middle. 5 is like it's whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, at 6, it would be like, yeah, you should kind of do that. You know.
It's good. Give it a shot.
I mean, if you want to try it, go ahead and try it. If you have the things around, don't make a special grocery trip to do it. Is all I'm
I
saying.
mean, that makes sense because
Yeah.
I would have to. I don't keep just regular yellow mustard.
Now, what if it's
I-
the same-
I get like the spicy mustards. Like, would that be better?
I'll just
Have
do
you
the.
tried it with spicy mustard?
I haven't tried it. With
You got to
spicy
try it with spicy
I
mustard.
have the
Let us know.
watermelon. I have the watermelon. Sour Patch Kids at home. I'll just use that.
Squirt some
I
mustard
mean,
on
try
this.
it out. Let's
See if that works.
Like, it's just like it makes it taste like. Me and Jen agreed on something, but I can't remember what it
Makes
was.
it taste like shit.
No, I
No,
mean
just-
it doesn't make it taste bad or anything like that.
Just like a really sweet
It's like
mustard.
right. It's more of a spicy watermelon. like really, it's a
I
spicy
heard-
watermelon.
I heard adding that seasoning that has the lime, that spicy seasoning with the lime. I don't know what
Oh,
it's
like
called.
the chili lime
Yeah.
seasoning.
I heard adding that to watermelon. It's really good too.
yeah,
Like those little popcorn seasoning
Yeah,
shaker
yeah.
things.
Shit
Yeah.
like that, you know.
I mean, I think people are trying to do more with watermelon than.
Well,
than
it's like
they do.
everything. Like
It's-
people are
it's a
taking
pretty,
everything and
Pretty
just
basic
trying to
fruit.
find
Right,
stuff to mix it with and
Yeah.
be the first to do that. And
right.
some
Not
of them are
everything
just
can be a
fucking wild.
banana. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Bananas
there's-
aren't real.
I mean, everybody knows that. Everybody's like, everybody harps on no GMOs and all this stuff, and it's like, fucking everything is GMO.
Yeah, I don't like my
I don't
general
know.
manager's opinion either.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, like, if you've eaten corn, you've eaten a GMO.
Fucking banana.
Banana.
That's why I said it's not a
GMO.
real thing.
Apples, oranges, your friend's ear. It's all genetic.
Well, yeah, sure.
I mean, you know.
Genetics. How does that shit work?
I mean, fucking
The same way as magnets.
nanotechnology. It's all quantum physics, you know. You guys watch Loki? You guys like my Loki shirt? Well, you know.
Like I said, I just started it. It's pretty good. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, I watched the first few episodes.
It's not the
days
worst
ago.
thing.
Right. I
It
mean,
was
We'll see how it
enjoyable.
goes.
it's grabbed my attention.
Yeah, the attention's grabbed.
Yeah.
But it just depends, because with shows like that, you know, the first season starts out like good to
Right,
get your
like,
attention. Are they going
Are
to
they
keep
gonna
it?
keep?
Is it going to?
Yeah, is
Right.
it going
'Cause
to
they-
stay solid?
Those things are real easy to just drop the ball and then nobody
Right.
watches it anymore. It just disappears. But
Like, I
I'm-
mean, all of that stuff being tied into such a bigger universe, it's just like,
Yeah.
they're probably not going to make it the same.
Right,
who
and
knows?
I was thinking like with all the Marvel shows on Disney, like
well,
how is
everybody.
this going to keep going? Like,
Well, everybody's freaking out because, you know, Robert Downey Jr. is in the cast list, and
Right.
they're like, this is where they bring Iron Man back.
Yeah.
And, like, that's how they lead it into a movie of him coming back and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know. Who knows?
Right.
Whatever.
Like, I don't think that that's the case.
I was like, but he has to be in it eventually because they're showing, like, you know,
Yeah.
like, and he's in it because they showed him multiple times
Right.
in Loki's memories and shit like that.
Right.
We're
Right.
just
It
spoiling
was just
it for
like
anybody who hasn't seen it.
images of him.
But yeah, so he's in it, but they're like, no, he's in it because he's gonna come back. And I'm like,
I mean, I
No,
feel like
he's,
I said,
he's
but-
done.
what they
he's
do,
in the cast list because of those
yeah,
flashback
but like,
cameos.
would they use a show like this to bring him back? You know, if they're
Right.
gonna bring him back, it's gonna be something, you know,
Yeah.
like epic. Like,
It's going to be
Right.
on it. Like it's
You
going to
know.
be one of their movies.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a big budget thing.
Right, because I mean, with what they have coming in the future, with all the multiverse kind of stuff or multi-universe kind of
Mhm.
stuff,
They're going to
It's like-
rewrite them.
but
Right.
you're just telling me.
like this is definitely a way to keep Loki in the timeline.
But you're telling me that, so, I don't even know if I should say anything, but you guys should have seen this shit by now. But like, you know, they have all these things at the TVA that like people have died to get.
Oh, right. It's
And it's
just
like,
no big deal.
nobody knew that was there.
Fucking
and like they-
paperweights.
like, obviously Ant-Man should have went and got that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, he should have went down because I mean, everybody knows where the TVA is at this
Right,
point.
but I mean,
Like-
I don't think that he knew that it was in the quantum realm.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
mean,
think that he knew that it was there. But he was there for how many years?
Yeah, so he could have.
What is it,
He
like
should have.
5?
He should have stumbled upon it. Like there's a big fucking city here.
Like, I mean, you
And
see
just been like,
the
oh,
city in the background.
and they were just giving it up willy nilly. He was like, "Can I have the Tesseract?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," and just like
Right.
fucking gives it to
But
him.
but the thing is, those only work in their universe. So if you bring it to the wrong universe, it's just like a paperweight.
Yeah, but you
Right.
just find out where it was from and start utilizing. You gotta play it smart and
Yeah.
utilize it.
Right. You gotta be like, okay, I got this one from Universe 107 over here,
Yeah.
but I gotta go to
All you have
102
to
to use
just
this
call Rick Sanchez and have him figure it out for you. Give him.
Right.
Like
He'll email you. Figure it out.
Oh yeah.
he'll figure out how to use every single one of them all in the same place.
He's like, oh, new to the game, and just like
Right.
he'll run it for you.
Like, I just wonder now, like big spoilers, even for Jacob, because he hasn't
I-
seen
I
the last
haven't-
episode.
I haven't caught up yet.
Like, where is he now? Like, is it like one set universe where they send everybody to that universe? Like, are there like
Is he like stuck in like the Spider-Man multiverse
right?
type deal
Like-
situation?
Because in like Jen's put on the first episode like before I came here today, and like they were scrolling through previous Lokis that they caught. So are all of those Lokis
Right.
wherever that they go to?
Mhm.
Because I want to see that big beefy goat Hulk Loki.
Right.
Right.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's a big beefy go Hulk
Right.
Loki.
That's what I've been waiting for in the show, like seeing
And
like
does,
all the different versions of him.
right, and does that alligator talk? That's a good question. Like, Jen's like, that's cheesy. They're trying to do a fucking spider ham fucking thing.
Well,
There is a
realistically,
thing called Pet Avengers, so
Right.
it's a thing.
and realistically,
canon.
like, if there was unlimited universes, like, eventually he's gonna be an animal.
Right.
So
Yeah, so eventually he's going to be every animal. Loki,
Yeah.
you know.
He's
he
a
has-
shapeshifter.
Right.
or is he a shifter?
He's a...
All of the above.
He's a
Fucking
time-
mischief.
And he's dealing with the Time Lords. Fucking Doctor Who's going to pop out of nowhere. What's going to happen? It's all timey-wimey.
All of a sudden he's sitting there and the telephone booth comes down.
Right.
Fucking
I don't know
Keanu
about
Reeves
you
comes
guys.
out.
Right.
But did you? I saw an article where they were talking about Owen Wilson. Like they are trying to avoid.
Wow.
They're trying to
Wow.
avoid him from going. Wow.
Yeah.
But in the last episode, he was like, how?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I waited for.
Right.
He's like, oh, it's Loki. Wow.
Right.
Like I saw that article before I watched anything, but I was waiting for it during like the DB Cooper scene.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Like, I just think, you know, that's like his personal catchphrase. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
That's
like, I watched a like 15-minute thing was
it's just a
with
supercut of
supercut
wows.
of all of his wows and all these different
Yeah,
movies.
Yeah, but did you see the movie where he was like, him and his family were about to die and they're like throwing their children off the fucking like roof of a building and shit?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I haven't
onto
seen
another
it.
building.
Oh,
Like, it's
I-
fucking nuts. The movie is crazy. They're like running from people that are like just like gunning people down in a hotel, and like
Oh.
they're on a roof and the people are coming up, and he essentially just like, his wife jumps over and then he like throws his children over like this big ass gap, and like the one daughter like holds on and she almost falls, and it's a big ordeal, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know if I can yeet my kids across the fucking
Right,
building.
yeah.
There you go.
Like,
And like I was just expecting, like, it was such a serious role, and there was and I just kept expecting, like, after he made the first throw and his daughter landed safely, I just wanted to be like, wow. Like, he was just like
Right.
excited that he did it.
I can't believe I did that.
like, I mean, he's such a underappreciated actor.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like, because like even in like his range of comedy even is just
Mhm.
kind of like
Drillbit
Right.
Taylor was really good. I like
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Some people think it's corny, and I liked it.
See, I love stupid, cheesy
Right.
movies
Yeah.
like
yeah,
that.
it's just like that kind of comedy.
Like, it's put it on, don't have to use my brain.
I'm still trying to go back and watch, this has nothing to do with him, but I'm still trying to go back and watch Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great show.
Because I know nothing about it.
yeah. I mean, the first season's probably the best season in my
First season
opinion.
is the
I've
best
only
one.
seen half of the first episode 3 times.
yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't seen any more.
You got to get through it.
So I don't know what happens. I don't know anything about it. I see, like, internet shit about it, but, like, none of
Right.
it makes sense to me because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking
Oh,
the
about.
the
but-
first season was great. Second season was and then
Right.
third season was pretty good.
Yeah, the second season has a lot of throwaway episodes or
Yeah.
like filler episodes that are like way out of place. That like if they progressed more with the story and not just like, oh, 11 went off with these other kids for an episode
Right.
and now she's back and she's, you know,
Yeah. It,
An adult.
it doesn't
She's
like
12.
tie into anything.
right. It's just like, and then like even in the third season, you're like, oh, they didn't pay off any bit of there being other special people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, no spoilers or anything. But it's just, yeah, that episode just stands alone. And I feel like most people that have watched Stranger Things,
It's very
Really?
forgettable.
like, you
Yeah.
can skip that episode.
Right.
No big deal.
Like, it's pointless.
Like, you
Right.
just know that 11 went off and she did some shit.
Right.
She just went off and
Right.
had a beach vacation.
Right.
Pretty much.
I'm still waiting for them to finally pull the trigger on redoing all of the final season of Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
which will be perfect.
I have not watched the final season.
Oh, it's so good. so good.
Yeah. It's all the shit I've heard. I'm like, not worth
Like-
it.
But, like, they're, like, people are, like, protesting a fucking, like, remake of
Oh, right.
the final season.
Yeah, because it's like they're wanting to progress with all of these other Game of Thrones, like, spin-off shows.
Right.
Or, like,
Giving, like,
prequel
prequels.
shows.
And everybody's like, we don't want it until you fix what you did.
So it's like,
Right.
we have no desire to watch whatever garbage you think's
Yeah.
going to make us happy this time.
Unless you fix what you did, we don't want it.
Right. Yeah, it's like
you did this.
like the ending just didn't make sense
And I
to
get-
like the seasons and everything.
And
that
I
came
get
before.
why it wasn't as good.
Right.
And that's because, you know, they kind of just got some pointers about what the final book was going to be at, and then they just
Right,
kind
it
of
was
threw it together to, like,
Right.
end it. But,
Yeah.
like, now go back and say,
Right.
just kidding, and then do another season. And
Right.
just run it like that.
Yeah, because everybody knows that Jon Snow should have been the king.
He didn't want to be the king. He just wanted to be chill.
Yeah. Oh, then it should have been fucking Sansa.
He doesn't know a lot.
It shouldn't have been.
But I do know one thing.
It shouldn't have been the fucking whatever he's called, the Crow dude. Kid.
Should have been the Crow.
It shouldn't have been Bran the Broken or Bran the Broken.
It should have been fucking Brandon Lee.
Yeah, it should have been Brandon Lee.
The Crow.
Right. Oh,
See,
it's the
I mean-
three-eyed raven. I got there.
There you go.
I'm the one-eyed pigeon.
It was the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons. You
There you
remember
go. That would have been a better ending.
that? Right.
Pretty much anything.
Yeah, and like, why was Starbucks there? That didn't exist.
There was a
They're
lot of those.
everywhere.
A lot of those. The truck driving up the mountain. And
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Like,
It's like, well, that guy's wearing like a t-shirt and shorts over there. What's going on?
He just wanted to chill.
it's hot as fuck.
I don't like this.
Then they come back to remake it and find out that they're also in a multiverse.
Right.
And like Jon Snow from TikTok shows up. He's like, hey. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm flexing on the haters. Dab, dab. Double dab.
When you get sent to the wall, it's just when like they like shadow ban you, so your followers can't see you.
Right.
It's like, oh, the ban hammer's coming.
Right.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
The kids would like it.
Right. But I thought, like, the wall just in my head would be like a place where influencers would go to take the pictures. It'd be like a influencer wall, like, fucking in front of the wall. It's fucking cold.
it's mad cold in here, dog.
Is somebody pissing off the wall? God damn it!
I would be part of the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too cold. I'd
Watch the
mean,
night.
You know, I would want to hang out with the North folk from above the wall. They
Hell
seem
yeah.
chill. You know.
Yeah. The super hot chick that.
Oh, the you know nothing Jon Snow.
Yeah.
I don't know what her name was.
I know some things.
Right.
What do you know? I don't fucking know what I know.
I don't know what I know.
You stab with the pointy end.
You start
man.
shooting.
I mean, who I really wanted to be the king was fucking Tyrion
Aragorn.
Lannister.
Oh.
Lannister. I mean, you
Cersei?
know. Cersei, she was the queen.
You wanted her
She
to be the
was
king?
Shame.
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 Oh, I kind of wish I had a bell right now.
Right.
The Hound?
I mean, the Hound
That would have been.
I mean,
that would have been out of left field.
how would that even work?
Exactly.
It was Brianna. She should have been.
No, it's eighth. It's the 8th season shit. Like, what the fuck?
Oh man, the Hound.
Yeah, but whoever kills the Night King is the biggest OG in the world.
Right.
What if it was like a little girl? What if everybody was afraid of this?
I mean, everybody should have been afraid of that one little girl. She was pretty intimidating.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it ended. She was like, "Ugh, you got me," and like dropped the thing. It was like, "Fuck you," and he was like, the fuck?"
Right. Like, that girl was a badass throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
She never a letdown.
But like, how are you gonna be this big, intimidating? I pulled a dragon out of the fucking water and get your ass kicked by a little girl. You fucking idiot.
I mean, you know.
Fucking Darth Maul's fucking cousin.
It's all about, you know, averting expectations. You're
yeah, for sure.
Oh, you expected it to be, you know, Jon Snow or somebody else of more importance. Nope.
Jon Snow, he's going through a lot right now. I don't have time for this.
I mean, how many times does a guy have to die? Just
Right.
like that one king dude that just had a guy who's like, wax on, wax off, you're healed again.
My brother,
Oh, yeah.
my brother just started watching Game of Thrones, and the first thing he said to me was like, "Yo, the dude got his head chopped off," and I was like, "Yeah, dude."
Yeah.
He was like, "That early on, I thought he was like a bigger part," and I said, "No, he gets smoked off rip."
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'm like,
That's like first, second episode shit.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm leaving. I'm never coming back.
Okay. Good deal.
Anthony's going to go get a pack of cigarettes and never come back.
He told me he was getting a gallon of milk.
He got a gallon of milk. Uh-oh. He brought a monster.
Oh, shit.
That's horrible.
I'm a basketball player.
Aren't we all?
We only drink Starbucks around here.
That's strong. I need a chaser. I forgot this stuff was here, and I always do every time.
Yeah.
Fake. That's iced tea.
Hey, let me get a swill of
It's
this.
vanilla.
Swill of this swill. A swig of this swill. It's iced tea, guys. I don't do alcohol. I don't care what anybody tells you on the internet.
Yeah, on the internet.
Nyom.
He's already drank it.
If you guys want to see the return of Kobe the Clown on episode 18, leave it in the comments below.
Kobe who?
Kobe the Bryant.
I'm sure a lot of people want to see the return, but
All right.
that would be a zombie.
You know,
And
I was thinking about reprising my role and getting way too drunk on episode 18 of the podcast and dressing up like a clown. You guys, you know.
I can back that up. I would like that.
If you guys want to see it, leave it in the comments below.
Make sure you're not opening the next day.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
But then draw yourself as the clown character with alcohol, and then throw it on Society 6, where you can buy plenty of other things.
Right.
What?
Hey,
that's a plug.
Have you guys checked out society6.com/aardvarkthemantis recently? Because I've just put out like 2 new designs.
What?
2 of them.
If you have a big love for Super Mario World and Japanese traditional dragons, there's a shirt for you.
There's a ping for you.
And if you're just as hooked on the new Loki series, you can get a Stephen Pluck original Loki variant design t-shirt as well at society6.com/aardvarkthemantis.
Aardvarkthemantis.
And I see recently, before I came here, I like a whole mess of new LoveFast designs.
Yeah, I put a couple new designs out. They are on my Instagram at LoveFast Clothing on Instagram. Search that. There's a couple new designs. Nothing at all that you would want, so don't even look at them. No, go there and check it out. And if you want any of them, all the shirts that are on there, there's a few, and they're all available. just message me because I don't have a website where you can purchase those. I make them directly, so that's at message me.
I don't make shit.
Jacob just,
and if you want a drum track, hit Jacob, and he'll make that
I'll figure it out.
drum track for you.
he tracks on drums.
Yeah. Or anything else.
Yeah.
Give him time with a guitar. He has to string one up, but
Right.
he'll do it.
They're
It might
around.
not sound good.
I can see at least 2 of them from where I'm sitting.
I can only see one guitar.
I only,
It's a banjo-tar.
oh.
Yeah.
I only see the top of it, so it's a complete guitar to me.
Yeah. And
If I can see the top, that's a guitar.
if you need studio time, hit up Jake.
Right. That's for the Sarah's Basement
Yeah.
Studios.
All
That's a pretty
all
good
the
name
time.
for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I tag our stuff, Sarah's Basement Studios.
Hey,
You
that's
know.
what it is.
Saturday
SBF.
on Sunday, brought to you by Sarah's Basement Studios.
I wanna go to an actual studio.
Yeah.
With the big giant like window and all the buttons and the knobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I heard they
It's
can turn
right
you into
there.
a pop star.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Uh,
What they don't see, it's behind the camera.
There's a studio behind the camera
yeah.
with things.
They make you sound like a pop star no matter what you sound like.
Oh, I
Right.
want to be a pop
I
star.
mean, I guess it depends on how much money you pay them.
Yeah.
Right.
Depends on the quality in which they
Like-
fix you.
My problem is that, like, I'll do, like, silly little rap songs, like, in 15-second increments online and stuff like that. But when it comes to sitting down and writing and recording music, like, I'm not good at all at doing that kind of stuff.
Me either.
I have
That
a
takes, like, some understanding.
I've been having a huge creative block with everything lately.
Yeah.
Like drawing or writing anything or just doing anything. I'm just like creatively blocked out. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get over that. Like, ugh.
It's
I
hard.
just- yeah.
I suggest smoking a whole bunch of weed.
Yeah, like I'll sit down with my iPad and I'll pull my Apple Pencil out and I'll draw like 7 squiggles and then just be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'll put it down and I don't
Yeah.
draw anything. I haven't drawn anything lately.
Like, I feel like that's every time I start a new drawing is like I'll draw everything but what I end up drawing.
Right.
Like, so I'll go through and I'll watch like the playback when I draw on the iPad.
Mhm.
Like, it'll play, and like the first big section of it is me drawing something completely different or redrawing my fucking tag over and over again.
And then eventually
and
art
then
comes
I get
out
to
of it.
the drawing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the circle of creativity has to start flowing. It has to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
But, like, sometimes you just sit down and it's just like, cool, you can get creative now.
Anytime you want
It's
to,
the
you could
time.
just brain, go through my arm and into my hand and draw
Right.
something.
Like, when I'm not sitting there with anything to draw on, like, I can think of all kinds of stuff that I want to draw.
Right. And
But
then
then
we
when I
get
sit
there.
down, I'm like,
Nothing.
it's like, what was I
Do you have a
wanting to do?
go-to, like, picture?
Like,
that
I
you
always draw skulls whenever I'm not drawing
Like, if
anything
you
else.
can't think of something to draw, you just
I
draw
draw
the one. Yeah,
skulls.
the one thing you just.
It is like, I never saw myself as a skull person,
Right.
but then I end up drawing skulls all the time. But it's not like anatomically correct skulls. They're all like cartoony, exaggerated, whatever,
Right.
aardvark skulls.
Aardvark.
Not like
I
aardvark.
have a
hands.
similar kind of thing where when I'm trying to do something musical, I want to play the drums. It's always the same beat, just like
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck. I don't know what else to play.
I don't know what to
No.
do at this point.
I'm just gonna play this because
Oh, yeah.
I know that beat. I'll play it.
So if you have writer's block or an artistic block or any kind of block, what do you guys do to get over that? Like what's your guys' way of like unblocking that and letting that inner creativity out? Because for me it's just kind of like I don't do anything and I just sit there and I go, I'll come back to it when I'm ready.
Right.
Sometimes I'm never ready.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what I try to do to get out of that is think of things that I've never drawn, or things that I've drawn but that I can change in a way that it's not like anything that I've ever drawn.
Right.
Right, something new.
Like last night, I was sitting there by myself. It was just me and Charlie. And so I pull out the iPad, and I'm like, I'm going to draw something. So what I ended up drawing was a deer, but it was its head, but the body was like a wooden box with little wooden pegs as legs, or
Gotcha.
posts as legs. And it's kind of like the body of it was like a mailbox, sort of. I mean,
All right.
you know, follow my Instagram. You might see it later.
What?
Yeah, and my style is just so
Exclusives.
weird anyways. Like, I don't even know where to box in my style at. Like, it's
Yeah.
so, like, it's just weird.
Right.
Being that, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's not realism, but it's not that cartoony, but it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, it's a weird mix
Right.
of, like,
Like,
something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where I fit in.
Psycho-
Samesies.
Yeah, like, and a lot of my stuff, like, a lot of my work is dark. Like,
Yeah. Like, subject matter.
yeah, it's like, I do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but that's what I like. I like that kind of weird shit. Like, I used to get in trouble in school because I would, like, draw, like, my thing. You saw the anxiety thing that I put on Instagram.
Yeah.
That, like, figure, tall, skinny, no face, like, long finger. Like, I used to draw those in, like, different predicaments, like, tied down with chains and, like, you know, getting their, like, spines pulled out and shit. And, like, used to get in trouble all the time for that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, I draw them as, like, angels, like, reaching out, and then, like, padlocks chaining them to the floor and
Yeah.
shit, with, like, big wings and, like,
Right.
pretty. But, like, there's still that weird dark creature, no face, long finger, like.
Oh, right.
And I used to draw those in those kind of weird predicaments. And
Yeah.
the school doesn't like that.
Right. Like, I feel like a lot of my stuff that I drew growing up was a lot of just, like, taking a normal thing and making it, like, abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
Or doing something to make it kind of weird. Like, I drew a lot of psychedelic looking stuff to the point where people were like, oh, you know, what kind of stuff are you into? And it's like, not what you're into. Sorry. I just like to draw like this, you know?
Yeah, I like taking dark things and putting them in positive surroundings.
Right.
Like my bear holding the news balloon. Like,
Right.
you know.
I like to draw more, I like drawing morbid things like people's faces rotting off and stuff like that, but doing it in a cartoony, poppy kind of way.
Yeah.
And, you know, making it like grotesque Disney style
Right.
kind of stuff.
That's my shit.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, if you're into grotesque Disney, you know, we can hang out probably.
And then
If you liked Fantasia way too much.
if you wanted to see it on a different light.
Right. Have you ever seen the back of a $20 bill? On Wii. There's somebody in the bushes.
Let him go. That's a good one. That's a good movie.
That's a classic.
It'll never die.
Right.
Or it will die. Who knows?
I mean, you know. We all gotta die sometime.
Right?
Or do we?
Not today, though.
We don't know this, and we've discussed this. Nobody knows if everyone's going to die. So saying that could be lying.
We go wherever Loki went, whenever he got zapped.
Yeah, but you don't know if you're invincible until you don't die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you're immortal until that doesn't happen. You know?
Right. Yeah.
So to say that everyone's going to die eventually it could be a lie. We don't know that everyone's going to die.
I mean, but we don't know that everybody's alive.
Theoretically.
What kind of fucking scary movie you can't go to sleep and wake up dead kind of argument are we looking at?
So, you know, I've listened to this whole thing about reincarnation and what's alive and what's not alive, and, you know, we're not anything but transmitters. We just transmit the signal. So like.
So I'm a motherfucking radio.
So yeah, so like we're a radio.
I'm a Bluetooth radio right now.
So, you smash the radio, you don't break the signal. You just have to get it transmitted to a new radio. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So
reincarnation.
Well, welcome to Bluetooth World 101. Yeah, but who's transmitting my signal?
I don't know. Whatever you believe to be God, I guess.
What's that dude's name? Why can't I think of his name now? Pete Davidson.
That's who you think's God?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's up God.
That's the dude that does King of Staten Island and everything, right?
Yeah,
I'm getting his name right.
Right.
Yeah. So Pete Davidson is
You don't
100%
even
God.
actually know the name of your God?
No, I do.
Do you know the name of your God?
I just wanted to make sure I was getting that right, like who I was thinking about
Right.
was the same person because he's ultra funny and obviously he's God. So
I mean, if you were paying attention last episode, and you know who you know who's God, right? Because I'm not going to say it again, because that's just,
It's too on the nose.
In my mind, and I've probably said this on this podcast before, but we're a part of God. We're just we're just, a speck of blood in this huge being. And I want you guys to just ponder on that.
yeah, so donate me to somebody.
And
Put me in a different God. Where's that transfusion when you need it?
I mean, we're gonna transcend it one way or another. And before that happens, what I want you to do is to tell your friends, tell your family, tell your family's friends, and tell your friends' family that they should subscribe already.
Right?
I'm Steven.
I'm Twan.
And I'm a sound guy.
Yeah, so make sure you go out and donate yourself and your Wi-Fi blood and all that stuff. Do whatever you want. Just come back next week. Peace.
Peace.
Bye, I guess.
Bye, I guess. Bye, I guess. Peace out. Bye, I guess.
Could you imagine if God didn't pay his Wi-Fi?
It's a Saturday on Sunday.
I'm not here to have a good time. I'm just here to die eventually. I'm not here to have a good time. I'm just here to die eventually.
I bought a dime bag, smoking on the highway. It's my way. I'm gonna get that high.
Turns out that bag of marijuana was crack, and now I'm robbing my neighbor.
And now it's fucking crack time.
It's motherfucking crack time.
That should be your verse.
Welcome back to crack time.
The podcast where we smoke crack.
I'm itching all the time.
Crack. It's a good thing.